Might have lettuce soon. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're new here, I'm Kathryn, the Aerogarden Homesteader, and we're looking at my indoor garden today, and then we'll look at the outdoor garden. So this perpetual spinach is looking really good. This one, I have no idea what's going on. I did turn the fan on, so hopefully you're not getting too many fan noises, but yeah, I don't know what's up with that. It's got some down the middle, but it's weird. So the lettuce is doing pretty good. That's actually why I turned the fan on, try to get some air movement in here. So this one's looking good as well. These two are both the same variety, and then the two up here, or I guess the two Aerogardens, 4 lettuces, they're also the same variety, so they're looking pretty good. This one's slightly smaller. This is what I was waiting for. So the leaves are now shading the cotton sponge, and so that should hopefully prevent too much more algae growth. The cilantro is still kind of doing its thing. It's looking good. It's just that there's a lot of it that is just discolored. I don't know why. But I have harvested some. I came down and harvested a little bit of it for some salsa. So that's coming in handy finally. And then over here, the little tomatoes are doing fine. The celery is doing okay. Celery always seems like it's a little bit of a slow grower, but these two are definitely doing very well. This one, I'm not 100% sure. There's a little bit of browning on the first leaves down there, but you know, it's still growing and it's still doing fine. So today is plant food day. I will be feeding them. I think the celery I gave, I don't know how much I gave the celery, but everything else is getting kind of like half doses. So I think I might have given this one a half dose as well, just because, you know, force of habit. But I might give it a little bit more just because there's tomatoes in there, but I don't want to burn anything just yet, so we will see. It'll probably be a half dose for now, and I'll see how everything does, and then I can always scale it up from there. Can't take it away unless I want to do a water change, but I can always add more later. So that is how this is doing. I will show you how everything else upstairs is doing, and then onto the outdoor garden. And this is how the peppers are doing. They are doing really well. I've got lots of peppers sort of mixed in there. They're really hard to find. I did harvest some more. So it's definitely taken advantage of the space that it's gotten. This one is still very small and compact. It's really interesting. The tomatoes are still going, but I think as soon as these tomatoes are done, even though it's still, I don't know if you can see this, it's still trying to push out new growth, but once it's done, I'm going to take that out as well. It'll free up a little more space, and maybe it'll also free up some nutrients, and I won't have to keep increasing it. But yeah, I'll keep this one on the same 150. This one I might put up to 60 just because of the tomato in there, but we'll see. And then obviously I need to clean this out so that I can move those tomatoes up here. These are the citrus plants, but they're doing so well under this light that I might leave them a little bit longer. So I have some time. The tomato plants are still really small. But this is how the rest of the Aerogardens are doing, and I'll show you how the outdoor garden is doing. And for the outdoor garden update, my beans they're not going to make it. We are in our last hurrah. I think we've got what's left of this week, and then there's going to be a little bit of a warm, not really warm, but it's going to be at least above freezing next week. After that, well, we might actually be into freezing temperatures at that point. So the garden is definitely winding down. I'm definitely seeing some of the stuff dying back, although I don't know why, but cherry tomatoes always seem to get like a really big burst of growth right in the fall, right before the freeze. So, and the little chickadee sparrow bird things have been enjoying my sunflowers. I have not gone through to pick any of the flower heads because they've just been so small, and like I didn't think it was worth saving for the chickens. So yeah, it's a shame. So, and then still just not impressed with how the tomato cage held up for the zucchini. I don't even think I have any zucchini in here. So it was kind of a dismal zucchini year, but I guess that's good, because I can't handle an overproduction of zucchini. Oh, yeah, this is fun. Look at the color on that nasturtium. That is cool. So, strawberries are kind of putting out their last hurrah of fruit as well. The marigolds are doing beautiful. My tomatoes, I've got lots of green ones, so I don't know if I'm going to be bringing in a lot or not, but I definitely need to keep an eye on the weather because I don't want them freezing. Damn it, something's been digging in the garden again. We had another squirrel join our squirrel relocation program, but I think there's still 2 more culprits in the area, so we'll just have to see. Let's have to see. There are slugs in my onions. Dang. The cucumber has a couple cucumbers on it. Even though the vine looks terrible, that one looks like it might be ripe. And then there's another one over there that might be ripe. It's still pushing out growth, and something was digging and eating from my garden. Oh my gosh. So, oh, how to protect them. This side is doing pretty good. My pepper plants, this one at least is looking really good. It's not going to produce anything that's going to be usable before winter hits, but so I read an article for, my local paper here that was actually saying that in October the weather drops by an average of 2 degrees over the entire month. Like, that's insane. No wonder winter feels like it comes so fast in October. Anyways, this is how the garden is doing. It's definitely winding down. The leaves are starting to change. This is the kiwi. Leaves are starting to change on that. I can see a touch of change on the grape. I'm also getting a little bit of color on our ash. So that one, it goes fast. Once it starts changing color, it'll just all of a sudden drop leaves and it's done. Let me know below how your garden is doing. Are you still going, or have you wound it down for the winter? Let me know. But I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll have some videos up at the end that you might enjoy, and I will see you next time on the Aerogarden Homestead.